Dealing with angry customers is not fun. But what if they are terrible? I mean, these are people who will yell at you, curse at you. You will give them everything they want, and they'll still leave you a bad Yelp or Google review. How do you handle them? I'm going to share with you how to do so in this video. Look, people have bad days. We got to understand that some people can be emotional. We don't know what they're going through. Sometimes they've gone through health issues, divorce, maybe they've just faced some really hard life decisions and they're going to take it out on someone. You just so happen to be in their way. Those are people who are not as difficult to deal with because you just have to find out what's the inner problem. Now, you're probably thinking, this is a business, Fernando. I'm trying to sell a product. I'm trying to offer a service. Why am I going to spend the time to even diffuse this ticking time bomb? Well, if you do, you will build a lifelong customer who will love you. Why? Because you connected with them, you defuse them, you met them at this crossroad. It's not easy. You have to manage your own emotions. You have to be aware of your own blind spots, which those two things we could have hundreds of videos on, but just know that that is something that you'll have to want to work on for the rest of your life, because once you think you got it, guess what? Things are already changing. Okay, that is one type of customer. But then there's another customer who's malicious. They are psychologically off, right? These are people who, no matter what you say or do, they're going to be angry. That is a different type of customer. They don't have a bad day. They're always just not happy. Those are people who you want to be aware that you're going to get pooped on. They're going to yell at you. They're going to be upset at you. And you have to navigate through these, certain protocols, these, we call them standard operating procedures, to handle. That might mean, sorry, sir, we refuse the right to offer you service, or excuse me, miss, we just don't need to, we're not going to do business with you. That is probably the most effective way to do so. They'll be angry, they'll be upset, you can say it with a smile, but that's the best way. All right, trying to offer them something for free, trying to get them to not leave a bad Yelp or Google review, it's not worth your time or energy, okay? My name's Fernando. I'm the owner of ZEN's Tea House. We have about 100 different locations over the last decade in these farmers markets and pop-up events. And we get reviews from people who are leaving unhappy comments on something they ordered 3-4 months ago, but all of a sudden they said there's something wrong with my tea. In business, you have to count the costs. How much time, money, and energy are you going to spend with this one unhappy customer? Sometimes you just have to be okay with saying thank you, but no thank you, we're not going to do business. This one size fits all does not work in business. We like to be inclusive and say everyone's welcomed. And you can say that with an asterisk, saying everyone's welcome who obeys the laws, obeys the cultural norms, who isn't harassing someone, who's keeping a tone that's appropriate for others. Those are the two things you got to look at. Are they having a bad day, or are they psychologically unstable and incapable of handling a person? There are people like that. And depending on what state you're in and the legislation that's passed, you'll see more of those people out on the street. Hope you found this video helpful. And if you have any suggestions on how to handle unhappy customers that you cannot put out, right? These are people who, you kind of call them like a family member that you just can't get rid of, okay? Let me know in the comment below.